Hello and welcome to Motivational Moments with Donna Hilfiger. I am Donna Hilfiger and thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I love taking your questions. So continue to write me at donna@donnahilfiger.com. This particular question, it really struck a chord with me because I do have 5 children. It says, how do violent movies affect our teenagers? Well, let me take it a step further. What about video games? I mean, I've seen some of these violent video games and these young children are playing it and they get so caught up in it that they can't even decide what's fantasy and what's reality. They don't know what's real. And here they carry it out, and some of these kids have carried it out into the world and committed violence. So I'm not a fan of violent movies and I'm not a fan of violent videos, but that's just me and my opinion. So I hope that answers your question. And another one that I got, and I just did a segment on this, but it's such a big deal that I want to address it. It says, why does no one ever keep New Year's resolutions? Well, we're creatures of habit. We will go join the gym knowing that we've done it 10 years in a row and never stayed committed, but we say, oh, this time I'm going to do it. No, right now, what do we have? We've already got negative momentum going. You know, depending on how many years you've made the same resolution, you've got that same negative momentum going, and somewhere inside of you, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're telling yourself, I'm really going to try it, I'm really going to do it this time, but you know you're not. Unless and until we have something that creates a burning desire in us, we usually don't follow through on it. And why is that? Like I said, we're creatures of habit and we've got this momentum going. But what happens is when we do something, whether it serves us or not, we create a belief about it. We develop feelings about it. We get emotionally attached. And if we've got a bad emotional feeling of going to the gym, say we're really overweight and we're very embarrassed to walk in the gym or we don't like people looking at us, we're going to create every excuse under the sun to keep from going in there. The very place that's going to get us to a happy place, to where we're going to feel good and confident about ourselves, is now a bad place because we're not feeling confident, because we're walking in there with all these fit and toned and buff people, and I don't even know all the words, but we're walking in there to where we're totally out of our comfort zone. Let me put a different spin on it for you. What if these people just don't fit in your life? They're not thinking like you're thinking. My husband, it set me free. We were walking. Lived in this neighborhood and we used to walk every evening, and faithfully every evening we were walking. Well, this particular evening, some neighbors had a party. And I said, I can't believe they didn't invite us to their party. He goes, well, that's okay. It's no big deal. And because we had parties, we would invite over 100 people. We'd have them at the drop of a hat and invite everybody because I didn't want anybody to feel left out. So I'm walking and I keep on and on and on with the story. And he was like, Donna, stop it. I said, but I couldn't let it go. I was like, but I can't believe they didn't invite us. And he said, what do you care? He said the magic words. He goes, you don't like them anyway. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really don't. It wasn't that I hated them or disliked them. It was they didn't fit into my life. How many of us have spent years trying to fit in to different organizations or different jobs or different this or that or whatever, and we felt like we were an imposter, that we didn't fit in. It's not that we don't fit in. It's that these people don't fit into our lives. The people I was hanging out with, they didn't think like I thought. They weren't into the same things that I was into. They didn't like to go to the seminars and do the things that I like to do. They didn't like to read the books that I like to read. I've always been into self-development. I've always been a very spiritual person. They didn't think like this. They were in a different kind of religion. It wasn't that I didn't like them. It was that they didn't fit into my life. I had a whole different group of people that fit into my life. They just didn't live in my neighborhood. So when we're thinking that we don't fit in, twist it around and go, you know what? I'm going to get me a group of like-minded people who really want to work out. If that's your New Year's resolution, you can start it now. Even if it's, depending on what month you happen to be listening to this, because I'm going to post it on social media after it runs live. And start where you are. Get yourself surrounded by some people who are going to support you and go to the gym. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, if you don't feel like you fit in, find yourself some people and surround yourself with people that do think like you do want what you want. And it's not that you don't fit in. It's just that who you're surrounded yourself with doesn't fit into your life. I hope you get a good takeaway from this, because I'm telling you, this was a life-changing moment for me. And I'm still friends with a lot of these people, but it doesn't upset me, and I don't feel left out, and I don't feel anything. It wasn't about that. It was, now I've got my own group, my own tribe, and I still have all these acquaintances. So I hope this works for you. If I want to hear from you, Donna@DonnaHilfiger.com. I really want to answer your questions. I hope you get a great takeaway. Have an awesome week.